Well, sometimes it takes me a while to start up the live stream before, before we start. Well, after a few setbacks and a few other things like that, a few other bits and pieces, well, here we are. We are rebuilding the Gold Coast Suns with these new trades. Sup, Shannon? Just to let you know, I'm doing a Suns rebuild now. We're going to be getting rid of some of the players that actually went in real life and getting Petrarca and Ugle-Hagan to join the Gold Coast Suns. Well, since there's going to be a lot of academy prospects available for the Suns, we're going to be getting in as many of them as possible. Well, first cap off the ranks. Well, we are going to say goodbye to Malcolm Royces and pick 75. Make way to the Swans in return for 55 and 73. And Malcolm Royces is now a Swan. Well, another trade is about to be cap off the ranks. We're about to send Fiorini to Essendon in return for the next year's third-round pick. And that's deal accepted with the Bombers. Let's see what the Blues. I reckon we'll probably swap future fourths with Port Adelaide. We might do that swap again, but this time with Sean Lemons. Even though he's retired in real life, we'll still give away our own future fourth to get their future fourth. I mean their future fourth to get our future fourth back. So we trade Sean Lemons off to the Power. He finally gets to play for his boyhood club. Well, hello again, Carlton. We'll be sending Ben Ainsworth to the Gold Coast. In return for pick 28. That's another one off. Another one off the books. The clean-out continues on the Gold Coast. We're sending away two of our first-rounders to the Saints. Getting two of our first-rounders and sending Sam Flanders to the Saints. Sup, Riley, just to let you know, in this rebuild I'm doing, well, looks like your Saints got Sam Flanders from the Gold Coast. Who knows, with your distinguished start to your inclusive league career at Broadview, you could potentially go to St Kilda in a few years. Anyways, enough of that, let's get back to the Gold Coast. Royces, Fiorini, Lemons, Ainsworth, and Flanders are all off the books. Are all off our books. Yeah, he did. Rory Atkins played for Port Adelaide in real life and then he retired. And now he's become an assistant coach at Melbourne. Now for the Dogs. As we all remember, the Suns did actually send Connor Budrick to the Dogs. With a lower pick. In return for pick 30, within the 30s. For a pick within the 30s. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? Well, that's a bit better. Now we do the deal with the dogs. Now we've done the Budrick deal. Hello, Bulldogs. Nice to see you again. I still remember the Suns got Jamarra Ugle-Hagan for like cheapest chips. Like cheapest chips from the dogs. Jamarra Ugle-Hagan will now have his cast to shine. He's a Gold Coast Sun now. Now we deal with Melbourne. Well, with Jack Hayes in the draft, I reckon maybe the Gold Coast Suns might actually get him in the rookie draft. Well, that's a huge deal. We managed to lose two of our first round picks just to get. They certainly are. Finn McRae and Devin Robertson are now Eagles, as I've done a rebuild with them yesterday, and they actually became premiership players in 2029. Now we're on Gold Coast territory now. We've just got Ugle-Hagan and Petrarca. Well, I'll be doing a Saints rebuild soon with new signings, Riley. I reckon for one season, I reckon I might get the Saints to actually, well, basically trade for the lot. Matt Rowell, Noah Anderson, Ben King, the Dacos boys, Dan Houston. I reckon we'll get Max King to the Saints. And I've got to figure out which forward. I think I might send Elliot Hillberg to the Saints. Along with a future second for Max King. And their future second. That means, well, Gold Coast have reunited both King brothers. The Kings have officially reunited on the Gold Coast Suns. Now let's do a deal with Adelaide. Well, this team up nearly happened. Could be able to get both Hayes brothers maybe in the mid-season, possibly in the mid-season draft or even the rookie draft or something like that. Well, they'll be able to get free agents next. Maybe 2027. Maybe 27. I could be able to bring in some free agents to strengthen the team up a bit. At the moment, we're dealing with Adelaide. Sending away Jermaine Jones, Lockie Weller. Yeah, hang on a minute. Maybe not Weller. Maybe Nick Holman. Caleb Graham. Well, Tex would have been good for the Gold Coast in his prime, but he might be set to retire. So we'll probably settle the next best option. He's also a 99 rated forward. And that is, well, that was myself. Maybe for $1 million. Well, it seems like the Suns are actually throwing the kitchen sink this off season. And that deal's accepted. Well, we just got. I reckon Philthorpe would be really good for the Suns in the future season. And I might get Bontempelli to join the Suns as well. Maybe as a free agent. Free agency. Bulldogs. Gando. Kind of right. We'll send 8 and 5 and this might be just a straight swap. 8 and 5 to the Dogs. Five for Bontempelli. That is another solid deal right there for the Gold Coast Suns. Well, can Bontempelli be able to help Ugle-Hagan this time around, but in a new city? It certainly is. My chat's gone pretty off tonight, considering doing a Gold Coast Suns rebuild to try to get him to win a premiership in 2026. We'll remember in real life Geelong had delisted Ted Klahisi, and Gold Coast are about to get his brother. But in this, we'll have to. I reckon the Ashcroft boys, they'll be coming to. They'll be going from. I might actually bring it in next season. Once the likes of Touk Miller and a few others might retire. There's going to be a changing of the guard coming for the Gold Coast Suns. 6-year contract for Dream. I reckon Isaac. Could be a good pickup for the Gold. Be a good pickup, right? For the Suns, Isaac Rankin, even though he used to play for them. But I'm not sure about Lukosius. It's been hot and cold since he joined Port Adelaide. Look at that too. I reckon Cripps could be pretty good for Gold Coast. To be fair, we've already got the Bont. We've already got a lot of players. Jared Lyons, I think he was on the Gold Coast list just to well make up the numbers. And he's off to West Coast. But we got enough for the draft. We got enough for the draft anyway. I reckon Darcy Fogarty be pretty. I reckon he'd be a good pickup for the Suns. Darcy Fogarty. And it looks like that is a really busy off season for the Gold Coast. Unlike Brisbane of 2009, we actually got some draft picks in it. Got some draft picks saved up. That could be a good pickup, Harry McKay and Charlie Curnow. Well, even though John Noble's been offered to go to Carlton, well, we might actually get Harry McKay to join Gold Coast possibly by the time myself hangs up the boots. Well, we can wait. Sorry, Noble. Well, at least Noble will stay. Free agents is closed. Trades are closing. Now for the draft. Now it's draft time. How many picks do the Gold Coast Suns have in this draft? We got six. Six selections in the draft. And we might actually use our draft picks to get some academy boys. Get some academy prospects in the draft. Let's check to see who we've delisted, who we've got rid of in the second round of delistings. Well, I reckon we'll get Ved Jepson back in the Rocky draft. I reckon. Now for the national draft. We got Zeke Hewland. Looks like he's going to the Gold Coast in real life. Next pick is Patterson, and we're going to get Coulson, added soul. BFL Gold. I reckon so. Let's go Murray. Our next pick is number 42. And Gold Coast get Jimmy Rowe with the 42nd pick. Now for the rookie draft. We've got two picks. It's gone with Wesley McCarthy to come back. So we decided to repick like that in the rookie draft. We'll be back soon. Just going to go throw the ball for the dog. Now to assign the Guernsey numbers. We'll give 6 to Euland. Moving Walter to 3 and Davies to 7 to allow Bob to wear 4 and Petrarca to wear 5. Brown's got 8. Bennett's getting 9. Max King to get 12. Ugelhagen 13. That's all the new numbers sorted for 2026. Oh my days. I forgot to sim away for women's. He went. Well, Nick Hyde's still at Collingwood. Although she was delisted in real life. If we don't win this premiership in 2026, we can always increase the club membership count. Is this the... I reckon so. I reckon the team you'll likely get drafted to probably be the Saints. Your favourite team. Hi, Thumps Rose and Crinkles Fun Time. Both of you are enjoying the stream. With this Gold Coast Suns rebuild. But I'm doing. Yes. Got it. Pre-season we beat Melbourne by 60 points. Well, I could be able to give Jimmy Rowe his debut in, round 1. What do I take out? Rowe's in for his son's debut. I'd have to take out Walter. I think give Zeke Euland his debut. We lost by 12 points. Jimmy Rowe's debut. Well, he did have 12 disposals and sadly couldn't get a goal on his first AFL game in 4 years. Next up, we got the Q Clash. I might give Ugelhagen his debut, but I'm considering their 99 rate of 4 forwards injured. Take out Rowe. I'd have to put Miller back in the side. I might give Patterson a run. And we lose to Brisbane. We just got dunked on by the Lions. This could be the last year we see Jared Witts play for the Gold Coast. Might play Nibal for this one. Might be trying to bring back the more established stars. No, it's time to recall Jed Walter. Well, it wasn't a good start, 0-2, but at the end we actually got back on the winners list to beat the Eagles in Perth. Next up we got Carlton. But the bad news is we're going to have to do it without Mac Andrew. At least there's a certain Oscar Adams. I think I might put Jed Walter in defence. As this 99 rated full forward is set to come back in the side. And we're getting our season back on track. We just beat the Baggers. Ben King's out injured. Well, at least we got his brother Max. Oh dear, no Bodie Hewland. We might play Will Graham in defence. This is the kind of sacrifices we'll need to make at times. Zeke Hewland will get a recall to replace his brother Bodie. Wicks is back in to play ruck. Play ruck with Ethan Reid. We just beat Collingwood. Look at that, Suns are 3-2. We just recovered from that early hiccup. There has been some good news. Mark Andrews available for selection once again. Bad news is we lose to Brizzy. Next up, it's Sydney. Let's go, Suns! Ben King comes back in the squad. He's coming back in for Ugle-Hagan. Where? Michael Walter back in the squad to play defence. And Davies comes back in. Well, we just beat Sydney. And the bad news is we don't have Rioli for our next game. But the good news is we got Hewland back. And that's Bodie Hewland. Jeff Fries comes back in the squad. And we just lost to our former player, Ben Ainsworth. Season's still alive for the Gold Coast. Maybe I might have to turn injuries off. So that way there's less chances of getting injured and there is more chance of, well, keeping our season strong. Huge win over Hawthorn. 79 points. Are the Suns starting to become the... Let's see if the Suns can be able to become the talk of the town. We got Rioli back in. Well, just like the elimination final. We come back to win by two. We come back to beat Freo. Suns are six right now. Looks like this New Look side's beginning to gel. Mid-season draft. Oh no. We didn't even pick up anyone. To be fair though, we barely had any injuries. Collins comes in for Lombard. That gives us a 56-point win over the Dogs. When do we go back to Darwin? Well, we go back there to versus the Eagles. Next up, we got Collingwood. $67 points against poor old Collingwood. These Max King's a bit fatigued. We'll probably get Ugle. Well, they certainly are, Riley. Collingwood have pretty much fallen off. Rowe comes back in. Well, look at that. We just dunked on Essendon. The Suns are sitting in third. We're versing the Power. Where are they on the ladder? 15th! Well, Port have fallen off. Fallen off hard. This New Look Sun side of it is running through load management. Nibel's coming in. We'll give Euland a run. How about Patterson? We'll probably bring him in for the bunt. Well, Petrarca absolutely dominated for the Suns. How many wins in a row is that now for the Suns? They did. Ken Hinkley was sacked after that game. Gemma Hardwick has led the Gold Coast to, well, 6 wins in a row. Can they make it 7 straight after their game against the Eagles? Bog comes back in for Graham. We'll bring Max King back in the side. Well, in this one, I think in 2026, I reckon Josh Carr might have got sacked after that debacle they put up against the Suns. And yet, Port Adelaide ended up, well, promoting. They ended up making Jacob Surgeon their new coach. Well, 1 minute they started the car, and next minute they stopped the car. And the Suns do it again. 64 points over the West Coast, over the poor old West Coast Eagles. Fatigue management, extended recovery period. Team management. Let's get the new contract sorted. But just in case we don't win the premiership. We just gave John Noble a contract extension. Let's give Jed Walter a contract extension. Which we do. So far, so good. Hopefully Alex Davies can agree to re-sign. Well, I think he's just re-signed. So this might be Lockie Weller's last season. He's really, really low rated. Bell. Cooper Bell's got a new... Well, finally, he's re-signed. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake Rogers. The Academy boy has re-signed. How about Will Graham? Darren, he certainly does, Riley. Darren Reason's ended up coaching Port as Josh Carr's replacement. After that debacle they put up against the Suns in Adelaide. See how they did under Darren Rees in their next game. Well, they played a bit better against the Saints. Let's see how they go against Melbourne. Well, the Bomb really is tired. We'll put Weller in. Let's give Lombard a run as a replacement for Anderson. Petrarca returns to the MCG for the first time since he left Melbourne. And he has basically ordered a dunk tank on his former team. Look at that. Gold Coast Suns. They're pretty much looking like premiership contenders here. Graham comes in for Miller. Look at the growth. Look at the growth these Suns players are putting up. Well, safe to say we're going to have to put the big guns in for the game against Adelaide. Hey, Harvey, just doing a Suns rebuild here. Just so you know, if I can get them back in finals contention, we'll get Rogers back in for Rowe. We'll need we'll need Jake Rogers for that game against the Crows. Bont comes in for Euland. Anderson returns. Anderson's still in. They were originally going to give him a break. That's not enough. Well, Gold Coast Suns' winning streak has officially come to an end. It ended at the hands of the Adelaide Crows. Well, that performance was enough to have Dimmer keep his job. We win by... Well, the actual gather-round fixtures weren't really good. That's why I did a better gather-round fixture on AFL 26. As I made it a bit more of a fairer schedule. Had Brisbane playing Adelaide Oval for once, and I had Melbourne playing Nord. Well, next up for the Suns, we got the Expansion Cup against the GWS Giants. Well, for the first time in 12 years, the Gold Coast Suns have won the Expansion Cup against the Giants. Well, GWS have been beating us for far too long. Well, it was finally time for... Finally, we got our revenge. After the movement they put up all those years ago. And we beat Melbourne in round 21. We're now third on the ladder, just behind Hawthorn. Round 22, we got the Kangaroos. Noble's back in for Jeffrey. That's what happens when our players are really tired. We end up losing to the Kangaroos. Bit of problem that our players are actually, well, still working a day after training. So we had to change it up a bit. Satyrs. Well, look at that. We just said Sam Flanders back to People First Stadium losing. That was a good win. Changed up the approach with training. Last round we got Richmond. Well, there's a top 4 spot at stake. Gonna have to give a go to some of the guys who haven't even played this season. We'll give Adams a run. Got to get some fresh legs in ready for the final, to get some of our players rested up, ready for the finals. Lewis comes in to play half back. Petrarca's having a bit of a rest. So we'll play Coulson for this one. Weller comes in for Bennett. Let's have Lockie Weller captain the Suns for this one. Ogle Hagen comes back in. So does Locke. Well, I can be up. Well, Riley, I can have a check after after I do this line, after I put the lineups in. Johnston comes in for Noble. The other Noble, Max, comes in. Jeffries comes in for Rogers. Lombard's also in the side. Dobbin also comes in, and well, Port are actually in 10th. Well, it seems Darren Reeves actually seems they've recovered a bit under Darren Reeves. And we lose to Richmond because, well, we were actually playing most of our second team. Well, we've confirmed our place in the finals. We're going to finish 4th. Just by what? 0.003%! That was really tight. Let's adjust the lineup. We're giving Rao his captaincy back for this one. The Bont's playing, so is Miller. Anderson. The King boys are back. Bennett's back. Graham. Ballard comes back in for Bell. Rioli comes back in. Reed's back into playing the rock. Welcome back, Jake Rogers. Also, welcome back, Jed Walter. Another one back in the side is Bailey Humphrey. Oh dear, we got thrashed in the elimination final. Semis, we got Geelong. Well, the Sun sent them out. Prelim final. It's time for revenge. And revenge time has happened. Gold Coast have got their revenge on Brisbane and have ended Brisbane's flag run. It's not Queensland Brisbane going to the grand final. We're giving the Gold Coast 5-star flights, getting into our first ever grand final. As we are versing Hawthorn in our first ever AFL grand final. And that means for the first time ever, we will be hearing "We Are the Suns" on the Gold Coast sky on grand final day. Anyways, let's change the quarters to 5 minutes before I forget. What a recovery from Gold Coast that we went from 0-2 to the grand final. Can we get it done in just our second season? Come on, Gold Coast Suns. Let's get premiership number 1. Well, it's a bit of a bonus. I'm not just going to help the Meds team win a premiership, might also get us an AFLW premiership.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Anthony Hudson. We're coming to you from the MCG. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Hawthorn and Gold Coast. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? Now it's time for the players to take to the field. Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
G'day, hello. I'm going with the Hawks. Two very worthy sides, obviously, but I've gone with the favourites because their best is the best, and they have no obvious weakness. May it be a terrific game.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. Time to find out who's kicking to which end. The players motivate themselves throughout the pre-season with thoughts of being in this exact position. And now they've got to find the will within to take the final step to glory. A painfully slow week gives way to a massive roar.
Hang on a minute, I was meant to go simulate game. Well, I meant spectate game. Not play game. Let's see if I can do it better.
Hello and welcome, I'm Anthony Hudson. It's great to have you with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Hawthorn and Gold Coast. This is the day when dreams come true, when hearts are broken, when reputations are enhanced or diminished. For some, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And out they come, led by their skipper. I'm joined by Daniel Harford. Great to have you along, Harf. How do you see this one unfolding?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I like the Hawks. They've been the best side all year, and I think they'll have enough in reserve. That said, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one in the balance late.
Okay then, thanks, Harf. All the preparation is done, and there's nothing left but to get the show underway and find out just who is the best side in the competition. The moment has finally arrived. Meek wins the first ruck contest. Newcomb, he doesn't waste many. Thompson has eyes only for the footy, looking to get it down there quickly. Punched away. Gunston throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball. Thompson, he just dropped it. D'Ambrosio, that's not going to be a goal. The Suns wriggle off the hook. Searching kick. Bontempelli on a lead. Doesn't often waste it. Bennett pushes into space and receives the footy. Anderson with a chance to run. Rao, long, advantage paid, and away they go. Goes very wide. Scrimshaw, Barris. Big ball to be won here. Andrew got to the full. Reed getting involved. Crosses the paint. Long gets to the front spot.
Normally a reliable kick. Can he make this one count?
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
That's an opportunity gone begging. You back him in more often than not from there.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Barris has found some space. Can he find a teammate? The kick was centimetre perfect. Weddle takes the hand pass. Newcomb, McDonald. That play should have resulted in a shot at goal. That's skillful. Good thinking and good execution too. Andrew, he's lost it. Walter, he's made a bright start. Ginnivan gets there first. Day, under pressure. Quick kick towards centre half forward. He's been busy so far. Ballard. Went bang. D'Ambrosio will take some stopping. Who was he aiming for? It's a tough game. Meek. Ball spills free in the tackle. Couldn't get a disposal. They are hunting the ball carrier. Meek. A quick getaway wasn't possible. The crowd cries ball, and they get their wish.
That's what happens when you find yourself in two minds.
The Suns showing some good signs early. King, Humphrey, Miller, stripped of it. He won't be happy with that one.
That was weird to see Pendlebury at Hawthorn and that is an assistant coach.
Ginnivan has slipped out the back. Trouble now.
Maybe he hasn't showered in a while. I can't think of any other reason they refuse to go near him.
Can he put the first on the board? No, he can't. He's hit the post.
They'll need to clamp down on him. He'll torch him if they keep giving him that sort of space.
Looking for a quick transition. The kick is precise. Spearing pass. Rao working hard and being rewarded. Noble just trying to get it forward under pressure. Can't keep hold of it. Meek accepted the invitation. Joyce, how will the umpire see this? The umpire says you had prior opportunity.
It's a hot footy today.
Brown is the man on the spot and he's marked.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
Needs that to come back, and it does.
That will do his conference the world of good to start like that.
One to a behind. Witts with the tap. Hardwick. Who's at home? Andrew spoils. Newland. Umpire calls advantage and off they go. Manages to find a teammate. Anderson. Reed. Two in a row if he gets it. And he does.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Suns have made an impressive start. Witts wins it down. Miller, Rao. Look at him go. Crunching tackle. He's drawn a crowd. And we will do it all again. Witts got his palm to it. Bontempelli. I felt that one from here. Not a lot of flow in this game, but that's a testament to the pressure both sides are applying. Thompson just had to get it out. Bad error there. Witts. Bennett. He's been accosted. Kicks to space. Watson in the centre square. Can he impose himself on the match? Gunston marks it centre half forward. Dangerous spot for a loose ball. He's stopped in his tracks. You can see their confidence growing. The sea's just parted for him, and he has taken full toll.
That's why they want the ball in his hands.
The Suns by a kick. Meek showing his skills. He's normally good on his non-preferred. McDonald. Is anyone home? Andrew thwarts them again. Lowers the eyes. Honours the lead. They're on point so far. Reed needs to be quick. Keeps it low. Rioli. The Suns look well drilled. D'Ambrosio clears the area. Thompson. That has to hurt. Petrarca gets his kick despite the heat. Joyce tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Brown. Right place, right time, goal.
Full credit to him for putting that through the middle despite the tackle.
So the underdog throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. Meek showing his skills. In the back is the call. What's he got on offer? Reed. That's good work rate. Useful hand pass. Petrarca. They're a big chance here. He's hit up the lead.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
To cap off a wonderful passage of play, that would have been a great team goal.
Gee, he'd be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
No time like the present. Quality delivery by foot. The Suns have got out of the blocks well. Their confidence will be high as they head to their huddle. Now for some analysis from Gary Lyon.
The Suns made a great start to the match. If they can keep it going, they'll take the crowd right out of it. There's nothing travelling sides like better than a quiet crowd. It means you're doing a lot right.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again. Reed with a deft tap. Rao, good tackle. That can only be holding the ball.
It's a bad feeling when you know you've been done cold.
Into the middle with the kick. Meek read it well and claims the mark. The defence has fallen down. Ginnivan is in the clear and marks uncontested. Thompson, can he inspire his team? You bet he can.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. Meek looking for territory. Newcomb. Petrarca desperate to win it back. Cops some unwanted attention. And he's done for holding the ball.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
Amon presents in space. They're moving the footy well here.
It's as if they don't rate this player. He's already hurt them. He's about to hurt them again.
Hasn't got hold of that one. It'll be a behind.
He'll be disappointed. That was one he would have expected to convert.
He's off. Goes very wide. Ballard works hard to present. Bennett can keep it moving. Tidy ball. Well played. Normally delivers. Petrarca marks on centre wing. Miller. This is good footy. Clever kick. King, dangerous to leave on his own. Chol ensures that foray will come to nothing. He's got an option in the centre square. Ginnivan has got loose. Thompson doesn't often waste it. Miller with the intercept mark. What's he got on offer? Probing ball. Rogers outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. Only a question of who will get the goal. The Hawks have got lucky there. Searching kick. Day with a chance to run. Chips the halfback. Barris makes position. Can he find a teammate? Good work rate. Takes the short option. Scrimshaw working hard and presenting well. Thompson pushes into space and receives the footy. Barris, he's everywhere at the moment. They've turned it over. Reed caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Meek. D'Ambrosio. That's sloppy play. Miller, one step ahead. Rogers, can he hit a target? Rao, he's been busy so far. Newland only knows one way. It's there!
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Suns have the edge, but they're in a dogfight. Don't worry about that. Smith wins it. McDonald, they need a spark. Noble takes an excellent grab. Conservative kick. King all on his own. Not wanting to bomb to a contest. Bennett, this is good ball movement.
To say there are some alarm bells ringing is an understatement. They're not working hard enough.
Has a ping. It won't be a goal. Smith marks and the opportunity gets away. The Hawks might be about to start something. Weddle has found some space. Joyce, dangerous place to lose it. It was always his. Amon is cool under pressure. He's had little impact so far. Ginnivan, they cannot keep him quiet. Bouncing ball. Was he aware the line was there?
What these sides lack in polish, they're certainly making up for in endeavour. It's been brilliant.
Smith has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. McDonald leading from the front. Gives it everything. Watson, he's a real pocket rocket. The Suns wriggle off the hook. Andrew with a chance to relieve the pressure. Powell, he's generally a good kick. Witts in the clear. That's a useful ball. Noble in the clear on centre wing. Got to get it forward now. Picking their way through. They've opened them up here. Shaves the grass with that one. Rogers. The Suns are bringing great energy. The Hawks have been caught napping. King has it within range.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
Goes at goal, and that is an opportunity gone begging.
He really should have capitalised on that, but not to be.
They've set up well for the kick-in. The kick was centimetre perfect. What can they generate? Walter, within range, can make them pay.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
That's not going to come back. It wasn't his best effort.
Missed one he should have got and let him off the hook.
Looking for a quick transition. Good thinking and good execution too. Newcomb has charged into space. Can he impose himself on the match? The Hawks moving the ball well. McDonald on a lead. Chol, Thompson, Newcomb. Well-weighted kick. Ward working hard and being rewarded. Watson, that's a big play.
It'll take his best, but we've seen him do it before.
He's completely shanked it. He gets a point for it, but I'm not sure he deserves one.
I wonder whether there's a lack of confidence in the big forwards to take a contested grab. Hence the difficult shot seemed like a better option.
And the natives are restless as the halftime siren sounds here. This hasn't gone to plan so far. It's time for some observations from Gary Lyon.
The Suns will not care one bit that this game has been dour and lacking in goals. They're in front and that's all that matters. So expect them to continue to bring the hard, defensively minded edge that's earned them this lead.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Chol, Barris can send them into attack. Gets his kick despite the heat. Amon got to the right position and hung on. Ginnivan, ball spills free in the tackle, hacking it forward. You can't afford to do that too often. What's he got on offer?
I wouldn't put this past him. I've seen him do it before.
He'll head for home. How's his radar? Pretty poor as it turns out. Good kick. Honours the lead. I've liked his game today. That's well played. Bennett in some space on the wing. Witts. They could almost have raffled it. Looking to extend this margin. Hewland has a vice-like grip.
To really stamp some authority on this match.
Heads for home. That was never missing.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
The Suns are really taking it to them today. Witts wins the hit out. Miller, Rao, Anderson blasts away. Defence 101 there. Barris, he's been a shining light. It's been that kind of day for them. From outside 50, It's a magnificent kick.
If I keep getting this kind of supply, the scoreboard's going to get real ugly.
The Suns will be hard to stop now. Meek with the tap. Ward squeezes the kick. Petrarca affects the turnover. Collins, that's a bruising tackle. The umpire says he had no prior.
After this grand final,
Witts smashes it out of
should
there.
I
Miller,
do one more
Angels
season of this
fit a trend.
rebuild
He's lost it.
or not?
Bontempelli. Rao has a paddock in front of him. What can they build here? Humphrey made the footy his. Critical contest coming up. Good disciplined defence. Danger averted, frantic defence.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
He's off. Time to measure the kick. Quality delivery by foot. Ward. He hasn't been himself today. Scrimshaw presents in space. Doesn't often waste it. He's hit up the lead. That's skillful. Thompson on centre wing is marked. Ginnivan can get it and go. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Meek showing his skills. Ward, McDonald in the thick of it as ever. The kick is precise. Lays it off. Ward, he's only had the one inside 50. Manages to find a teammate. Watson, here's real danger now. Andrew is a rock in defence. Normally delivers. The Suns are out of trouble. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Andrew, Witts, well played. Clever kick. Anderson can keep it moving. They've picked their way through. Long has got off the chain. Rao goes for home. He doesn't miss many, and that is no exception.
Looking at the opposition's coach's box, I think some of the toys are about to start coming out of the cot.
The Suns have one hand on the cup. The big men fly. Ward, D'Ambrosio. How will the umpire see this? They're tackling with venom today. Meek wins it. They've got good chemistry, those two. They're playing for keeps. They've given it back. They need a spark. The Suns have all the answers. Searching kick. Long, dangerous to leave on his own. Probing ball. Bennett demanded the footy and got it. Can he finish it off?
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
The Suns look like running away with it. There's another.
Some good ball movement there created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
The Suns by 38. Meek wins the tap. Ward, Day, under pressure. Comes free in the tackle. Witts in the centre square. This is promising. Who's front and centre? Bennett. He's been industrious. Rao drops into the hole and marks.
The Suns are keen to make the absolute most of this, and why not?
They're on a tear, and they're dealing maximum damage.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
The Suns clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. Good ruck work. Rao farms it out. Witts with a chance to send it forward. He's everywhere at the moment. Joyce, Thompson, all on his own. He doesn't waste many. Amon delivers a long ball. Punched that like he meant it. Rioli. The Suns under great pressure. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Witts wins the hit out. Day steadies. Drop punt. Goal!
Terrific goal there. He's so dangerous in front of the sticks.
They've broken the run of goals at the other end, but they need a run of their own now. Witts with a deft tap. Ward, Day, Meek. That's good work rate. Can he find a teammate? Watson working hard and presenting well. Golden opportunity here.
Would be an understatement to say they need this.
They sorely need a goal, and he delivers.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
Well, I won't say they're on their way back, but this has been much better just lately. Meek showing his skills. McDonald, an ill-directed hand pass. Anderson had his name written all over it. Witts. Reed. That one was always his.
He'll surely go back and slot this.
Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
Marks inside 50 are worth their weight in gold when you go back and convert the goal.
The Suns have produced their best for 3 quarters. Can they finish it off in the last? Let's head down to Gary Lyon on the boundary.
The Hawks haven't coped particularly well with the pressure, and they haven't had many opportunities to show off their foot skills. That's why I'd like to see them get on their bikes and spread, force the opposition to defend more, and give their forwards the best chance to take a mark and kick a goal. Turning this into a more uncontested match seems their best hope for a come-from-behind victory.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary.
Well, here we are. Gold Coast Suns might actually win the premiership. Might be
Meek, they won't
premiers.
blame him. Ward,
It's
Newcombe,
2026.
Day. He'll be sore in the morning. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Barris, not good off the boot. Intercepted, and they can launch from halfback. That's generous, and this could hurt the other way. Bombs it in. Ballard is proving hard to pass. Look at him go. And they're out of trouble. Amon with the intercept mark. Here's an opportunity. He's found the middle, and did they ever need that?
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
The Hawks with a much-needed goal. The big men fly. Miller, Rao, D'Ambrosio gets in the way. They're a big chance here. Andrew thwarts them again. They'll bide their time. Petrarca pushes into space and receives the footy. Good-looking kick. It's amounted to nothing. That's careless kicking. Can he hit a target? Bontempelli gathers in the centre square. Collins has been set a task. Miller, Andrew fighting hard. Bennett, Anderson, big tackle laid. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Meek, he's rucked superbly in a losing cause. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Amon, all alone in the centre square. Is anyone home? D'Ambrosio marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
Struck it well, no problems there.
They haven't thrown the towel in, that's for sure. There's still plenty of fight left in them.
The Hawks will not go away. Witts punches it out of the ruck. Miller. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. He's got under that one. Andrew making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Surely he can't from there. Don't tell me. He's kicked a miraculous goal.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
They've got their tails up now. The big men fly. Ward, Thompson, Newcomb, Day. They desperately need this. Andrew went bang. They're playing with purpose and poise. Petrarca with a chance to run. Takes the logical option. Rioli. The Suns moving the ball well. His field kicking is normally first rate. Good work rate. And they're away. They've opened them up here. That's skillful. Long has found some space. Collins. It's a poor kick. Joyce clears the area. Reed. Long. An ever-present threat. He's gone. Joyce will keep coming. The Suns guarding the corridor. Noble spoils. In no man's land. They might be caught out on the turnover. Thumped away. Weddle kicks to space. That's well played. D'Ambrosio can run with the footy. Delivers it inside 50. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. Ignoring the corridor for now. Humphrey swoops. King outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. Petrarca. Can anyone take a mark? It's come unstuck. The Hawks haven't thrown the towel in. D'Ambrosio works hard to present. Thompson is released by the handball. Quality delivery by foot. They're moving the footy well here. Good vision there. Joyce. D'Ambrosio doesn't often waste it. And inside 50 goes begging. What's he got on offer? They'll take the patient approach. Humphrey presents in space. The kick was centimetre perfect. Drives it deep. King gets to the front spot and can line them up.
This to seal it.
Is that the grand final? Gold Coast of Premiers.
This is full of merit, this performance. Any win interstate is extremely valuable.
The Suns may have seen off the threat now. Meek slaps it out. Ward, he'll feel that one. And we will do it all again. Punch clear. Ward got the handball away. Newcomb, it's no place for the faint-hearted. They've bottled it up.
The Hawks' clearance work is certainly not the reason they're behind on the scoreboard. It's been good today.
This is great pressure footy. Bad error there. Gives it everything. Andrew tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Powell, that sloppy play, and it could come back to bite. Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Hawks haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Good ruck work. Miller, so influential today. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Rioli, no easy exit. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Meek wins it. Hardwick takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
Their efficiency in front of the sticks has arguably kept them in this game.
Probably too little too late, but this isn't beyond the realms of possibility. Witts got his palm to it. Miller, Rao, crunching tackle. The umpire calls for it as full-time approaches. Witts looking for territory. Miller, Anderson. He's hurried the kick. It's a poor one. He's normally better than that. D'Ambrosio. Amon plucks another contested mark. The Hawks finishing strongly. Gunston in the clear.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
Siren, the sweetest sound of all.
There you have it. Gold Coast Suns are premiers.
Team. What were the main differences today, Half?
The Suns were able to hold their nerve, and you can see what it means to them. They worked their tails off and kept on responding every time it was put to them. This is a premiership they had to win the hard way, but that only makes it sweeter. They will celebrate long and hard.
Anyone still watching this?
Said about this one. Thanks, Half.
Should I carry this on to season 2, or is that it? Fifth after 16 years and all this, and so many AFL assistant packages later, Gold Coast Suns are AFL premiers at last. Petrarca will win the Brownlow medal in his first year for his new club. What a year did it turn out to be for the Gold Coast? Anyways, let's carry this on to season 2. Ben Long. He was a good replacement for Isaac Rankin for a while. And let's swap future first to bring back Isaac Rankin to the Gold Coast Suns. To reunite the Rowell and Rankin combination. Only Bodie Eland has been delisted. Oh my days. So we well made a bit of a controversial decision by redrafting Bodie Euland for the rookie draft. We'll drop that Allen. Kobe Match is off to the Suns. So is Zane Williams and Luka Miratore. AFLW. The AFLW. Well, the AFLW trade period is open as well. Let's do a deal with Collingwood. He's on the 109,000 tier. It was basically Stanton. Except, and that's the only AFL women's potential AFL women's still I'll accept. Sending Katie Lynch to the power. The Schultz and Dow. The Schultz and Dow. Schultz and Dowrick. Making their way to the Gold Coast Suns. Schultz. Bobby ended up in Melbourne. Submitted. We're reuniting the Schultz sisters. The Schultz sisters are officially reunited on the Gold Coast Suns. Lang, Balance, and Davidson have all been picked. Both the Gold Coast women's. And that will wrap up this rebuild.